there is no reason why Secretary of State of the Vatican should be amongst all these powerful elitarians, if not to support them. In reality, Parolin is bringing a very strong message of support from the Pope, which is against populism, is against what they define as fake news, which in reality is real news. And all this is happening now silenced by the majority of the Italian media.
Let's bring in Leo Zagami. Now, Leo, feel free to comment on what I just laid out, or you have a story right now at leozagami.com. Bilderbergers arrive in Italy to take orders from the Vatican. They sent the cardinal down there to have a secret meeting with the Bilderbergers. What do you think was discussed at that meeting? What do you think is on the Vatican's mind right now?
Well, the Vatican has a lot to explain on their presence there. That's why Mario Borghezio from the Northern League, who is a dear friend of mine, I actually have his card here, wrote just a letter to the Pope. He's a European Parliament member of the Northern League, and he is asking the Pope to basically explain why his Secretary of State, his number 2 in command, is with these people, because there is no reason why Secretary of State of the Vatican should be amongst all these powerful elitarians, if not to support them. In reality, Parolin is bringing a very strong message of support from the Pope, which is against populism, is against what they define as fake news, which in reality is real news. And all this is happening now silenced by the majority of the Italian media, because we had a couple of articles when the Bilderbergers arrived on the 6th of June, but after that, all the main media, TV, radio, newspapers have been completely silent about this meeting, apart from the locals from Turin, who of course were shocked in knowing that they had a meeting of the Bilderbergers in front of their house. And even the people who are from the Five-Star Movement in power in the city of Turin, because the city of Turin has a mayor from the Five-Star Movement, which is one of the 2 populist organizations which has helped this populist uprising in Italy. They're asking questions because there is not been many answers, apart from the fact that, of course, there is a massive security operation in place. And even Salvini, the Minister of Interior of the Northern League, has not yet talked about it. So I called my friends from the Northern League at their headquarters earlier on this afternoon to know what was happening. And they said that they are waiting for Salvini studying very well the situation, because he wants to make a public announcement about it. In the meantime, though, Mario Borghezio, who is a well-known politician from the Northern League, has already made his idea known that basically the Pope shouldn't participate to this kind of meeting, and he should explain to his believers, to his followers, why he has sent Parolin there. But we know why he sent Parolin there. He sent Parolin there to conspire against Donald J. Trump before the midterm elections. And of course, what is happening also at the G7 is very important also here in Italy, because our new Prime Minister, Conte, has immediately supported with a tweet Donald J. Trump and his open invitation for Russia to rejoin the group and become again the G8. So Giuseppe Conte is amongst probably the only one, apart from Trump, who supports this idea.
Well, actually, I just want to say that Prime Minister Abe from Japan has also come out and said that too. So you've got Italy, Japan, the United States all calling for Russia to be back into the summit. And I'm just curious though, because, and Leo, he knows what he's talking about with this stuff. And sometimes for new audience members, you know, this may seem a little bit out there, but this is the reality of the situation. And I just want to take it to another level here, Leo. The secret societies have different plantations or means to control the world population. Politics has been one of those means. They're losing politics right now. They're losing their ability to control the politics. So I'm curious, because I kind of think there might be something else to this visit to the Bilderberg group from the Vatican. I think that they may be realizing that they cannot revive their political stranglehold on the world. And so now they're trying to figure out how they can rearmament their control over history and the secret history of humanity and the secret history that the Vatican knows about. What are your thoughts on the potential of the Vatican sending this representation to the Bilderberg Group to see how they can maintain their control on the secret human history? Just in 30 seconds, we'll get more into this on the other side.
One of the devices used to keep control that is being discussed right now at the Bilderberg is quantum computers. They will be used to control everybody through 5G. So 5G and quantum computers are in discussion at the moment at the Bilderberg meeting.
Okay, we're going to get into that and more on the other side. But that is key with the AI being rolled out right now, the 5G being rolled out right now. They, of course, trying to create the one world government, which would be all controlled by the AI 5G. So that's on the other side. That's what the Bilderberg Group wants. Sovereign countries and sovereign citizens are standing up, though. Let's get Leo Zagami back on here because I want to put a cap on the conversation we were having before Alex Jones broke the big news on Anthony Bourdain with his sources. Leo, how much stock would you put in my theory that the reason why the Vatican is going to meet secretly with the Bilderbergers is because they realize they're losing their stranglehold on the control of politics in the world, but they want to make sure that they can cement their hold over history, secret human history, all the artifacts they have hidden at the Vatican. What do you think the odds are that that has something to do with this Vatican meeting with the Bilderbergs?
Well, first of all, Anthony Bourdain, he had a girlfriend in Italy who is very famous, Asia Argento, who was connected to this Me Too movement because she denounced openly Harvey Weinstein even in the last Cannes. So I wanted to just say that because, of course, it's news that shocks everybody. But imagine if people like Asia Argento will turn in favor of Donald J. Trump. It would be the end of the world for the liberals. In any case, regarding the Bilderberg and the Vatican, I was told in the last few minutes that they have been discussing the deal that the Vatican broke with communist China, which is quite incredible because apparently the Vatican has accepted the official church, the official Catholic Church promoted by the Communist Party in China. This means the end of Catholicism as we know in China, but with the support of the Vatican. So this is something they're also discussing in the meeting at the Bilderberg Club. So there is also something connected with China that Parolin is meant to transmit to the other mondialists present at the Bilderberg meeting. If more people will become aware of what is happening, like Anthony Bourdain or many other artists, things will change. The world will change, of course, because we are in front of a dictatorship in the media. Hollywood, which has been completely compromised by the liberals for a long time. But things are gradually changing. And I myself wrote a book about Hollywood and the Illuminati 4 years ago. But if I was to rewrite it now, I would probably have to add a whole new chapter with the arrival of Donald J. Trump. Though people like Jay-Z are obviously scumbags and criminals working for Obama and for the New World Order. They're also Satanists, because it's true what Alex just said. These people are Satanists. Jay-Z even openly promotes the thought of Aleister Crowley and do what thy will should be the whole of the law. So there is a lot that we don't really know about these artists who behind the scenes dedicate a lot of their time to sexual magic, Satanism, and perverse behavior, which of course brings them power. So I have been writing about all this in my books for years, and they are now available in the English language. And at the same time, I hope that people go into the study of these secret societies, because like the Bilderberg meeting is demonstrating now in Turin, these people are hiding themselves from the world, even if now, of course, they have been exposed by people like us. And so they're trying to have a different kind of approach. They are still the same enemy that wants to keep in secret their plan for mondialism, for this globalization, which wants to shape a one-world religion with the Vatican.
Hold on. I want to hold it right there, Leo, because I want to get into something with you here before we let you go here in this next break. Let's kind of just roll this back a little bit, and let's look at a Jay-Z or even a Snoop Dogg. And this is, I mean, people in America need to understand this. Now, I'm not saying Jay-Z or Snoop Dogg is a CIA operative, but I'm saying that the CIA had plans that basically built up MTV, built up the rap industry with Jay-Z, with Snoop Dogg. And what did that do? That created a culture for black people that was now all about gangsterism, drug dealing, pimping, and being a schmuck. Where the black culture used to be about family, God, integrity, the CIA destroyed that with the Jay-Z's and the Snoop Doggs. Now, whether or not Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg are CIA operatives, you can have that debate. But they are operatives now of the Satanist New World Order cult for whatever reason, if they're blackmailed, if they really believe in this stuff. And you can see that in what they're doing now against Trump and what they're doing now for the establishment. But then how do you explain the other elements like the Kanye West that are they not as blackmailable? Did they not go deep into the spirit cookings like the others did? What is the difference there?
It depends from the handlers. If their handlers have something on them or if they don't. And also the capacity of the handlers of keeping them under their control. So they not necessarily CIA, part of the CIA, but they have handlers who are in the intelligence community, in the CIA, in the other agencies, and they are subjects to they are blackmailable all the time because they are always given to perversion. People like Jay-Z, Snoop Doggy Dogg have toured the world with the help of military intelligence, and I can.
So it's like so would you say that Jay-Z's CIA handler is Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama?
Well, I can tell you one thing, that both Snoop Doggy Dogg and Jay-Z went to a concert in Japan, in Okinawa, I think it was around 2009, and the handlers for all this were people from the military intelligence, and they were connected also with the Yakuza in Japan. And so it was quite out in the open that these people were working for the New World Order. And I know about a person who had to escape there because they were in great danger in Okinawa, and they wanted to use this person as a sexual slave for their own perversions.
All right, that's Leo Zagami. If you want more of his reports, leozagami.com. Thank you, Leo.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
Gonna hit me? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
We can't extend this free shipping sale much longer with our best-selling items at InfoWarsStore.com. In fact, we can only run it a few more days. We're also running out of some of our best-selling items like our amazing nootropic Rainforce. It's $19.95. Leading competitors are $60 and aren't even as good. It's a great deal normally at $39.95. Rainforce, you've never tried it, this is a great opportunity, $19.95. Also, Alpha Power is 50% off. If you don't know what it's done for me and so many others for stamina, focus, libido, it does so many things. X2, even though we're having trouble sourcing the deep earth crystals of the good halogen iodine, I am blowing out the stockpile of it we have, at least for another few days, at 50% off, and then after that it's going to go back to full price until we secure more of it. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or 888-253-3139, and thank you all for helping fund the Second American Global Revolution.